Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a little Thanksgiving Eve State of Decay breakdown. Eric Watson, how are you?
I am wonderful. How are you doing?
Well, like I said, it is the eve of Thanksgiving. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, and I know a lot of people are out with their families and doing whatnot, but hey, we thought showcasing this new part of the game before it comes out on Friday. The release is Friday, isn't it?
It is, yes, November 29th, Black Friday, if you will.
Ooh. Yeah, we thought that
Named
showing this little
because
piece of
of State of
gameplay is
Decay
going to be nice.
Breakdown's release, I believe.
I'm looking forward to seeing what's in it. But important thing is that we are showcasing the gameplay today through Eric, who is an expert on State of Decay. Isn't that right?
Well, I've played a little bit of State of Decay, yes. I'm a big fan. I think I put over 50 hours into it back over the summer when it was released on Xbox. And yeah, also for the sake of this streaming, I will be playing with an Xbox controller because that's what I'm used to. I have not actually tried the PC controls. I'm sure the aiming is a little better, and I'm actually normally a PC gamer, but
Right.
I'm way used to the controller, so I'm sticking with that.
Okay, well, shoot, before we jump into this thing, I just want to let everybody know. So, live streams from Leviathan, this is something that we're starting to do very regularly, still pretty new to this whole channel thing. Pretty awesome, though. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful day, Eve, wherever you are. I don't know. But the thing is, if you'd like to ask questions, go ahead. Let's all interact here. It's going to be a good time. I can't wait. So, Eric, let's start us off. What in the world is Breakdown?
So Breakdown is a first DLC for State of Decay, and it serves as an interesting kind of a new game plus game mode that takes away all the main campaign story elements of State of Decay and just leaves you with all the cool randomized events and characters and just all the cool parts of State of Decay. Not to say the story isn't cool, but when you've played through it, 3 or 4 times, you don't really want to start off with Ed being sick again and have to go through all that. So Breakdown gives you a fun way to play the game without having to deal with the same story stuff again, and also gives us a progressively harder difficulty we can play through with the RV mechanic. But I'm going to go ahead and jump into it. You can see here it actually works as an entirely separate mode, which means you can have two separate save games. You can have your regular save game with State of Decay base, and then you can have your Breakdown save game, which is very nice because normally you can only have one save game. So any
Huh.
consequences you have, any of the deaths you have to live through, you just have to live with all that with the one save. But Breakdown does count as a separate mode for a separate save.
So, is it one of those games where you can actually take your character, your save state, and you can actually bring it over into Breakdown?
No, you actually have to start over completely for Breakdown. It's a totally separate experience from the main game.
Huh, that seems a little strange to me, right? Because isn't it something that you'd want to do after you're done with State of Decay, or does it matter?
Um, well, it's a separate mode, so they wanted you to be able to start off basically at the beginning again and have to work your way through the game, but this time without any of the story elements. With the end game being, okay, now we're gonna reset the whole map and try again, but at a harder difficulty, and you keep doing that over and over again instead of going through the actual story. So
Right,
it's more
right,
like an
yeah,
instead of.
okay.
So instead of a post game, it's just kind of a different game experience.
It's like
Although,
playing one of those games like Don't Starve or whatever. You're just trying to survive as long as you can.
there
You're
you go.
harvesting, resources. But you've told me before that this is the best zombie game ever.
Yeah, and those are strong words. I understand those are pretty strong words. I mean, I'm a big Left 4 Dead fan. There's a lot of great zombie games out there. I think, uh, it's obviously this is only a single player game, so it's hard to compare it to games that offer you fantastic multiplayer. But for the single player experience, I think State of Decay, bar none, best zombie game. Put it on the board. So I've got an option. Normally, when you start off, you can only select difficulty level 1, which, from as much as I've played, I think it's about the same level and maybe even a little harder than the base game. So they don't actually make it any easier on you. It's straight up. starts off at basically the base game and just gets harder from there. For the purposes of this stream, we could actually do 1 or 2. I've only unlocked up to 2 with my brief time playing Breakdown. In fact, we're going to go ahead and start at 2. What the hell?
Yeah, if you feel comfortable with it, why not?
Sure, let's see how much harder it is. So now we can actually choose the hero that we want to start off with. There's a lot of choices here. In the beginning, you can only play as a random character, which means you play as just a completely randomized hero with a randomized skill set, name, and everything else, just kind of like one you'd find in the wild. But by doing certain challenges, you can see kill 100 zombies with blunt weapons.
Oh, cool. All right.
400 zombies with a car door. Then you can unlock these hero characters, which are much stronger than a random character. They usually start off with skills that are already leveled up, and they have good weapons, sometimes even unique weapons. There's a lot of fun, kind of silly weapons that people start with that were kind of a fun thing on the forums. We're like, what kind of weapons would you like to see? And one of them has like a giant, like, fantasy axe. It's not like a prop axe or something, but, just so you can swing that into zombies. And they're all kind of, you can see some of them require a certain level for you to actually be able to have the challenge count. So, killing 100 zombies with bladed weapons, you actually have to be at difficulty level 2 or higher for that to even work for you. And
cool.
Yeah,
cool. So what do you think? Are you going to pick a random character, or are you going to start off with a hero?
I could probably do a random character unless the folks on the stream want me to actually play as one of these two. I got Alan, I believe, was for mercy killing somebody, which means I had a person in my community get sick and I had to put them down, which is funny because that's his role in the base game, essentially. And I only ever had that happen that one time in the base game through all my playthroughs, whereas I played Breakdown for like an hour and immediately had like everybody get sick and one person had to be put down. I was like, whoa, this is quite a bit more difficult.
Ah.
So let's go ahead and go with a random character. We can jump right into this. And we'll see what kind of character we get. And it will also give us a completely random start location, which is crazy. And it'll plop me right in the middle of the action. I have no idea where I'm going to be on the map. I'm going to be homeless. I'm going to be just me.
Okay, so for the people who have not played State of Decay, is it... I hate to use this genre because I feel like whenever you say, roguelike, people either say, no, it's not like that, or it just starts a debate. If you die in this game, are you dead? I saw that it said that you save the games. Like, how does it actually work?
So there is permadeath in the game. You can totally die, and the idea is you can be multiple characters. So you can actually, you'll see here, this is actually the people that it starts me off with. I guess if you start at, so if you start off at a difficulty higher than level 1, it kind of acts like you went ahead and went through the first difficulty already. So you've got the RV here, the story is, okay, your RV broke down, ta-da, we're in the, ooh, what's wrong with my map? We're in the, let's see, where are we? We're in the gas station right now. But it gives us some people to work with already. Lily makes a return from the base game. And so here's the new challenge screen you can see on the right side. And it unlocks. Yeah, so see, I already got some unlocked, and it'll tell you which ones you go, and it actually tracks your progress. Lets you know how far you are. But it looks like you actually have to get them all on one playthrough, because obviously I've killed guys with blunt weapons before, so that's interesting.
Yeah. So obviously a game where they want you to play through multiple times. You're definitely going to get some hours into this game.
For sure, yeah. So we can right now switch to Caleb Halmer. I didn't even look at my person. So I am Alice Stump.
Caleb Halmer.
I start with a 2x4, which is terrible. No gun. Team Mom. That's fantastic.
All right, so what does that mean?
So some of these are just kind of silly. Like, they don't actually have anything to do with the game. So, like, you're a waiter, you have street smarts, okay. Some of them matter a lot, though, like actor. Well, okay, and the funny thing is, the joke they wanted to make is that some of these skills aren't going to translate over to a zombie apocalypse. Like, not everybody is a military badass. some people are like, you know, they like to watch television a lot, and it's like, okay, well, that's technically a skill they have, but it doesn't help you in the game. But like, here's the thing: so she's a smoker, so she actually improves cardio slowly, which is bad because cardio is one of the main skills in the game, and it's definitely how well you actually modeling. It's like, okay, 4 stars into modeling. That doesn't really matter.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's in the game. So, what would that benefit? Like, is it a very unique situation?
No, it's
Like, how
just
would that
literally a
work?
joke. Like, it has nothing to do. Like this, it's
Oh
like
my
4 stars into
God.
modeling. That skill is useless. It doesn't do anything. But they wanted to make that joke of like, yeah, she's a model, but obviously that doesn't matter. The 4 core skills: cardio, wits, fighting, and shooting. Everyone has, and those are the ones you level up. And then there are a few extra skills people can have, like cooking is important. You can be a martial artist and those kind of things.
Interesting. Okay, so you've already sort of set the stage for us. We understand the premise. All right, now what do you do? Like, where do you go from here? I'm very curious to see how this goes because
So
you've
our
talked
first-
so highly about this.
So right now I'm getting as much stuff as I can. Okay, I've got pretty much no more influence. Gives us a little
So
bit.
you're buying things based off of your influence.
Yeah, so influence is your currency. Boom. And that acts as pretty much the only currency in the game. And you gain influence by all the quests you do and the missions you perform, and you spend it with buying items and building outposts, setting up your new home, which my first one is free because I technically don't have a home right now. Wow, my map is not working. This is not good. That's not supposed to do that.
Well,
Oh, that's not
I
good.
think that'll make things a little more interesting.
That is a bloater zombie already. That's fantastic.
Okay, so what's a bloater zombie do? Does
That
he
guy
just
is
explode?
yeah, he's kind of a boomer. Do I have ammo for this thing? Nope. Okay, this is gonna be a problem, people.
Can you bring him back over to
Oh.
where everybody is here? Will they actually kill them, or can they actually
Yes.
die?
They can, yeah, and in fact, you can have people. Oh, Lily, why did you? Nobody can get near you, Lily. There we go. Yeah, they will definitely die. They'll actually go out on their own and do things, and they will get lost, and then you'll get a call saying, "Hey, we need you to come find so and so because they're in a bad pickle." Yeah, my map is actually really that mini map is not supposed to look like that. Let me see if I can.
Pretty urgent. I don't know how long our friends can hold out.
I wonder if this saved it. I'm gonna try to back out just real quick.
So that blue bar on the side, that's your energy. I mean, obviously the red is your health.
Yes. Oh, still jacked up. All right, well we'll play
See
with
if
a map for now.
if this works.
I don't know. Yeah, that's never done that before, so I don't know why it's being weird.
Ultra Fapper, amazing name. Yes, this part of State of Decay does release on Friday. Undead Labs gave us a preview copy to showcase before it actually comes out. This is used as some promotional material, which is why we are streaming it here before Thanksgiving.
That's right. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, everybody. I'm climbing to the top of this dinosaur. Whoops. And we
Oh my
crashed.
God.
Okay, that might have had something to do with the map not
Maybe,
working,
maybe
too.
with the map. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's load her back up.
All right, let's see
Okay.
if we can get
So
this going.
I am curious as you
Yes.
are loading this back up here. All right.
Not like that
so,
dinosaur.
So breakdown, it's essentially just you playing the game without being tied down by the storylines. You know, we've went over this already. Yeah, how do you actually progress your character? Just by killing zombies, you gain experience. Is there other things you can do? You know, growing food. Like, how does those systems actually work? Because with permadeath in the game, obviously, you're going to be pressed
Well,
for
it's
pretty much everything.
Yeah, it's permadeath, but when you die, you just get to be another person, as long as you have a person to be. So it's it's like a permadeath, but you have a group of people, and you can always get more people.
So now,
There
why is
we
that
go.
a big deal?
Okay, so now
Why is it a big
here's
deal? Is it
All right,
because
here's what we're supposed to be looking at. There's
what's
the
that?
map.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
okay.
Now we're cooking with gas.
But I'm curious, since you instantly just turn to somebody else. It's like Zombie U, right? Where you die and then all of a sudden just some new person wakes up and then just takes over where the last person left off. Is it the person that you have right now just might be really good, or all your experience just goes away and you have to start like
That's
all the way
true.
over again?
Yeah, I mean each person. Yeah, that's a big thing. If you die, I mean obviously you lose all the time you put into that person. So you can see
Ugh.
right now. In fact, I can just go ahead and switch to him. So now I am this guy with a lovely sweater. He's actually sick, which, man, that's not good. People don't want to be sick in a zombie apocalypse. He's a chef, and he starts with a frying pan, so that's fantastic. So if I would die with either one of these people, I could switch to the other one, and I think that's why it gives you two that you're already friends with. You can see in the right side under where it has my health and stamina, it says friend, and then on other people it just has a green bar. Once that bar is full, then they become a, quote, friend, and then you can actually switch to them. And that bar is built just like Influence, where the more missions and stuff you do, the more that
Wait.
break up there.
So what about being sick? You're playing as a sick guy right now. How
Yeah,
does that
sick is
work?
bad. I'm gonna actually turn off that guy because that's not good. Yeah, if you're sick, you can recover from it, or you can turn into a zombie and kill everyone. Like while you're away, you'll just get a message saying, "Hey, so and so turned into a zombie and ate 3 people before we could put him
I
down."
need a breather.
And you're like, "Oh, well, that sucks."
Is there any way that you can actually cure that guy besides a bullet to the brain?
Bullet to the brain, I
Don't look
find,
around
is the
now.
best kind of cure.
I see
And in fact,
something.
that's how I
Looks like
actually
an
unlocked
infestation.
one of the characters. It's called, and
Quite
it's an
an
achievement in the
unusual
game, the
one.
Mercy Shot. But right now, I'm surveying the land.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. So
That's-
will that tag actually
that's
stay
a
there on
lot
those
of
zombies? Juggernaut and
There's a freak over
Yeah,
there.
zombie hordes.
Look at it. Yeah, you can see this is just difficulty 2, and there's already.
Oh my god! Look at all these
Bad things
zombies.
right
This
around
is
me.
ridiculous.
Yeah, so that's an infestation right there. You can see on the map, it's all kinds of red and nasty, which means that's going to spawn a huge amount of zombie. God, this has just really screwed me over. This is a terrible spot to start in. Oh man, but this is part of the fun too, because it's like I've got nothing. I got no guns, weapons, really to speak of. This chick's a smoker, so she's not going to be running too much. I don't have
All
a
right, Eric.
frickin-
So break this down. What are we going to have to do to survive?
All right. Well, first thing we got to do, I got to finish surveying. I guess I missed something. We need to find a home to relocate in for sure.
What's wrong with the dinosaur?
What did I miss? Oh, there's a question mark. Okay. Oh, there's a okay. Enclave means it's another group of survivors that I can interact with, and that will have like missions
Oh
and stuff.
man, yeah, they're right there.
Yeah, they're right there. Let's oops, go down the ladder, please. Thank you.
Yeah, I think something like this would be.
You can
I
look on
feel
the
like
map. All
Saints-
the you can see all the red dots on my map too. In the higher difficulties, they don't have any dots for you.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, you're not a zombie. Hi, Finn.
Hey,
Do you get better at certain things like running?
You do,
just
yeah.
by doing them.
Cardio, yep, you do. You get fighting, shooting, running, and searching. You can all improve those, and that's for every character. Has those same 4 skills.
Oh my!
Alright, so
yeah,
we are
These
just-
people are pretty brutal.
Yeah, we can't really do anything with them. They'll basically give us missions to do. So we need to get into a car. This is really a scary spot to be in, because we are just in this huge swath of land. Geez, there's a screamer right there, too. Where's the nearest car? So normally when you start the base game, you start way up here, and this kind of acts as the tutorial area, and then you wake your way all the way down. This is Marshall, kind of the first town, and then you start here. So obviously this is already a huge difference for starting. And I don't know how many different start locations there are, but one time I started up here in the northwest corner, so obviously... And this part in the base game is actually blocked off until you get pretty late in the game across the bridges. So the entire game is open to you from the beginning. Where do you want to go, guys? I don't even know. I'm just running along.
Well, right now, I'm also new to this whole thing.
I'm just
I'm
glad
asking
it's
so many
daytime.
questions. This is pretty sweet. Yeah. So how heinous does it get at night?
Oh, dude, it's night. It's terrifying. More zombies spawn, and you can't see anything. It's super scary. Oh, that's not good either. Oh man.
So we surveyed the land, though. You can
So
see
what
where
that
some of the
did is
zombies
it had,
are.
yeah, it put some icons on our map. I probably should have searched these houses, but I didn't want to get anywhere near that infestation. You can see stealth is a big deal in this game. I actually create a noise. Like, noise is a thing. You don't want to attract the zombie. Let's see if I can get a stealth kill. Squish.
So you can just kill zombies with your bare hands.
If I do it that way, by sneaking up to them, okay, that's a bad one. That's one of the special guys. Like for Left 4 Dead, you know, they had the special infected guys. They State of Decay has theirs as well. Luckily, he's pretty slow. Let's just outrun him. If I go near him, he will scream and attract other zombies, which is not a good idea.
That is not good. I was not aware that zombies had voice boxes still.
Just that one. There's another one. Wow, it spawns a lot of special... Again, this is only difficulty level 2. And I'm playing on ultra graphic settings too, and I will say the game looks very, very nice.
Listen to this. I recorded
It's
it
just such a cool concept to run around like this, and I'd say most people, you know, Dead Rising 3, you know, being probably the utmost title right now, you see a horde of zombies and you just want to run in there and just kill them.
Right, yeah, this is a much different, you know, it is an action game to an extent, but you're much more vulnerable than most of those games. I mean, if I attract those zombies, I'm a dead woman. Although I really want that car. Cars are very nice. Okay, let's just...
well, you don't even know how long it's been there. Will they all start?
Yes, they're very gracious on you with the car mechanic. Yep, they're coming. Okay. Suck it.
Zombie horde alerted.
Yep. Oh dear. Alright, let's take you out. The car is the best weapon. And again, that's another thing that they tweak on the higher difficulties. They make cars much more rare on the map, to where you can see the scream. Terrifying.
Yikes.
Cars become a very rare resource. In the base game, and I believe in the lower difficulties as well, they still give you a pretty good amount of cars. But once
so you can open the door and
yeah, isn't that great? You know, when I started playing Grand Theft Auto 5, I was trying to do that constantly. Man, I just want to swing that door open and hit people.
I'm telling you, I think that Saints Row 4 is... They need to do something like Red Dead Redemption and just have some sort of zombie expansion.
Oh yeah, I think every game could do that. I loved that Red Dead Undead Nightmare. That was just fantastic.
But from now on, in any kind of open world game, I feel that if a car, any kind of driving mechanics have been implemented, so does this animation for car doors. Like, that is just necessary.
So this is technically a special guy too. It's military zombie.
Oh, so yeah, he can just jump over the barbed wire without anything.
Well, I think all the zombies can actually do that, but he's just more resistant. So this, and I just know this from playing the game, this is a potential home site. Oh, except I actually need more people, because I don't think Lily counts as a...
Huh, so you just immediately make this place your brand new home.
You can, but you can see it says Kirkman resident, so shout out to Walking Dead, requires 5 people and 30 materials.
Make sure everything's clear.
Oh jeez, you can see the white dots outside. There's...
Ha.
We're closed. Go home, please. Go away. They're having a hard time.
I guess so.
So I don't have 25 materials. Okay.
So, but that guy is still sick. If he just sits there, he's
yeah,
just gonna...
it's not gonna be good. They'll give me a little bit of time. Oh jeez, this is a lot of zombies.
But is there any possible way to cure it? How
Yeah.
does that work?
As long as he hasn't contracted like straight up Black Plague, whatever they call the actual. Jeez, I gotta get out of here. Zombie virus thing. You can build a med bay, and then you can get medicine. There's items you can get, and then there's also just resources, which you can see here. Stockpile, so food, you know, medicine, ammo, construction materials, and fuel are all things that the actual base uses. Once I get a base going, I am gonna get destroyed if I don't.
All right, so let me ask. So what else does this breakdown DLC actually implement? Is it just this new mode, this just free-for-all thing? Do they add anything else to it?
I know it adds. So you saw at the beginning of the game where I could choose to play as one of the heroes, which about half of those guys are just kind of randomly fun created guys with backstories and their own weapons, and the other half are actually people from the story. So you'll recognize, you saw Alan and Ed.
Right.
You can be like the judge, which she comes with a gavel as a weapon, and there's like Ray Santos, the guy who can get you cars in the base game, and his special ability is actually like to spawn cars and stuff. So they'll all be have their own abilities and stuff, which is cool. So not only can you select them, but you can find them in Breakdown. Oh my God, there's a lot of zombies out here. All right, make this our home.
This looks like the sort of
Difficulty
place that would
too,
make a good
man.
home.
I know this is.
You're gonna make the
Do you wanna go
Church of
through
the
with this?
Ascension your
Pack
your
up
home
and
site.
Yeah,
check it
because
out.
notice it only takes 20, and it didn't have a people limit, so I could move in.
Now that feels good.
Alright, so now this
Okay.
is our home base. So we could have chosen any of them, but in the interest of time, this was the easiest one, and I'd already driven up to Marshall. But now that it's our home, we can actually go to this screen and look at what we can build. Definitely want the bedroom, we want the kitchen. Comes with a watchtower, which is already good. Gives us 4 outposts, and the new thing is the thing on the bottom left, which I can't quite select, but that's where the RV goes. Whenever you find the RV, you actually have to repair it, and it takes more to repair it in higher difficulty. So you can't just at any time say, okay, I'm done, I want to move on to the next map. You actually have to go through a process to repair the RV and then take that. And you actually
Right.
have to choose who you want to bring with you. You can only put 6 people in the RV, not including Lily. So no matter how big your group is or how badass your people are, you might have to make some tough decisions, because you can only have 6 people come with you on the next map.
Alright, so we have a home site now. What does this give us?
So now, oof, sliced your head. So now this is where all our people are going to hang out. This is our home base. This is where we've got a supply place. We can, right here, drop off our items. Anything we find in the wild, and it goes into this huge, like, shared stash. Essentially, we can put things in and take things out as long as we have the influence to work with it. My influence still sucks, so... still don't
Right,
have
so
much.
explain this influence thing to me. Like, how do you actually gain more influence?
Pretty much anything you do in the game gets you influence mission-wise. Now that we have a home, it says current goal in the bottom left, build up your community. Okay, well, we're just going to have to wait until, you kind of just have to wait until missions appear.
Hey,
Yeah, we're taking this
losing
pink
that
number.
RV was kind of rough. For a while there, I felt really secure, you know?
Okay, so Lily's now
But
going to
no
start
matter
talking
what
to us
happened,
about
we could always
missions.
just move. Nothing could touch us. It's a long shot, but
Hmm.
keep your eyes open, okay? If we have another chance like that, we should take it.
So can you actually find another RV?
Yeah, you will find an RV in every single difficulty, and I think it's a mission that you get that's like, hey, we can get in an RV and leave this place. And then once you get there, you can always go to the next one. It seems like if you're really making a serious run, then you should, I would think, probably spend as much time as you can in the lower difficulties and really, maxing out your guys, getting some good, like, hero characters, get a decent stockpile of resources, although it's just like having a limited amount of characters. You only get a limited amount of resources to take with you as well.
Huh. Okay, so
Our scouts just spotted a new group of survivors.
Okay, so now
you have
Lily's
you have a home
giving-
base. So what's your goal right now?
So now we just got a mission from Lily. She says scavenger or something out there. So pretty much your goal is to scavenge places for resources and weapons and items, which you can do at any of these sites, or you can get all these
I could use some food.
randomly generated missions.
Time to take a look around.
Do people just randomly call you, or do you actually have to go to a place?
So Lily will just call you all the time while you're out and about. She'll just give you missions to pop up. Ally hurt, so somebody went off and did
Spotted someplace
something.
interesting. Should be some useful
Now they're
stuff
injured.
there.
That's fantastic.
Huh,
And this
might
is
be
very
some
useful to
people
do
there.
anytime you get to an area, because then it will have everything appear on the map, including hordes and
Pretty high up.
special guys. Yeah. And it looks, daytime it looks just really fantastic.
The draw distance looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That place is worth a scavenging.
Yeah, and the
run.
map, I mean, it's
So
a,
damn
you know,
tiny.
this is this town we're in right here, and here's, you know, what the map looks like, which is pretty good. Not all of it, you know, is explorable, but it's kind of a canyon, I guess, so it makes sense to have everything boxed in. This is kind of your big town down here. Wow, that's a far place. Jeez, that's where you're giving me the mission? I'll take a car down there. So, let's see.
Is that what you're gonna have to do? Actually try and find a car to get down there?
Yeah, we could, or just wait till our mission, or just, oh, look at this. Got, quite a few friends down here. You know what? We got a firebomb. Wonder if, let's see if I can get the angle.
Oh man.
Firebomb our own car.
What are they all doing?
Oh, they're fixing to be on fire. Always carry some Molotovs, my friend. Zombie horde headed towards homes. That's
Now what
not
does that
good.
mean?
So the zombie hordes will spawn usually from infestations, and so you can see it actually puts a green thing on my map. This is the one specifically headed for my home. Intercept. I've got this one walking around too. And I would imagine again on the higher difficulties they probably don't even maybe tell you those guys are there. Less information, less resources, harder zombies.
So
Mixture.
does that mean that they're actually going to go to your
They
home
will go to the home
inside
and
it?
attack people, yeah, and then the AI is pretty decent at staying alive, but I mean if there's like a horde of zombies and one dude, like they don't use any of their special abilities or anything, so they will probably go down and die. Okay, where did I leave my car?
Well, oh man, does that mean that there's another zombie horde headed towards the house?
Ooh, sliced his head off. It looks, ooh, there's another mission right there. Ally in trouble. Alright, let's go help them. I'm sure those zombies will take a while to reach them. I don't actually like the church as a spot in general because you can't really stop the zombies from coming from the wilderness too much. Outposts help really well to widen the radius of a safe zone around your place. Yeah, I know they're headed towards. Alright, so we're gonna go do this mission of Ally in Trouble, which means one of our people in our base actually went out and did something. Eat the pavement, sir. And now we're gonna go rescue them.
I'll check this out next.
And it doesn't necessarily mean if I don't help them.
Too.
That's right. Yeah, so I went up a little bit. If I don't help them, it doesn't necessarily mean they'll die, but there's a chance.
Well, like there was a message that just came up that said, "Hey, you should go back to the house and rest." Like, how often do you actually have to do that?
So that's a mechanic that's designed to make you switch characters. It's an incentive to get you to switch characters because you will fatigue. And what that does is it takes away some of my maximum stamina, so that my blue bar can't go quite as high, and that just keeps going down and down and down the more I play one character, until you really just have no stamina to work with.
I see.
So you definitely want to be able to switch up your dudes every once in a while.
It's a pretty good mechanic, though.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
want you just sticking to one person.
Yeah, it's definitely a good way of making you do that. This guy's just in the middle of the gas station here. As you can see, he's just totally doing his own thing on his own, fighting guys.
Break its fucking skull!
I will break its fucking skull. I should have turned these tips off. I forgot to do that. Oh, so he actually went down right there. That's his
Alright, that's mighty fine.
temporary thing, and now he's saved. He's just teleported out of there. When they go down like that, it'll probably mean he's hurt. Okay, maybe he's just tired. So great. Tired, sick, tired. We're doing fantastic. Ooh, I can switch to him now, so he's a friend. And he's a soldier. Very nice. Tucker Mead. With a rusty pipe.
My God, yeah, these names are something
Yeah,
else.
pretty fantastic. He's another smoker. Alright, well let's switch this guy
Tucker
around then.
Mead.
Alright, so searching areas. Searching. What can we find in a magazine rack?
I've got some ideas for
Probably
how to-
nothing.
Some aspirin.
I think we should
Alright.
figure out some space specific
You
What?
found
medical-
aspirin?
Magazine, right?
Because let's face it, people are gonna get hurt out there. Having a place to take care of them will get them back on their feet faster.
So correct, Lily. But I don't have the materials to build a medical area, which I do need one, because that one dude's been sick for quite a while.
So how do you get the materials exactly?
Like this, you just have to search areas, and you'll find
Ah, okay,
either
all right.
weapons and items. Okay, so here's an example. Like this is breakfast foods, which is specifically a food resource. And then you'll have snacks, which are actually consumable items you can use. Whereas this, you actually have to load it into a rucksack, and then you take that back to your base, and then that counts as actual resource for your whole group.
I'll run this home.
She actually just sticks a huge
We'll see you
freaking backpack on her back. You can only have one at a time, and you have to bring it all the way back to your base to actually get it. So it makes an incentive to,
Better do one
you know,
more
basically doing supply runs. You're just running out,
clear.
grabbing shit, and running it back. What else? There's a faint glow on things you can search.
Hmm.
This we can find. And usually the
And
loot
after you get-
distribution is pretty good to where you're not going to find, like, I'm not going to find like a like fuel on a magazine rack or something. Like, it's going to make sense. So I'm going to find like food and medicine, you know, in a fast food place. I'm going to find ammo in a gun shop, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, good, good. That's that's
And one
that
option,
is nice.
so if I want more food, I can radio home and actually
found some
call
supplies.
someone to come and
Send
grab
runners for
this.
pickup.
Okay, I'll round up everybody that's available.
And then you'll actually see somebody, you'll see a green dot actually leave the base and then run out here and get killed by this zombie horde. Crap.
Not looking too good for you right now.
Yeah, beginning it's pretty brutal because you just don't have a whole lot of resources or weapons, and they definitely don't let up.
How often do you have to eat food?
I do have a station wagon though. So the way, let's kill you real quick. You go through food. Oh shit, they're attacking. It actually, you know, the simulation keeps going even when you're not playing. So, and I think it goes up to like 3 days or so. So it's kind of to try to do. Oh, there's a green dot. So he's running out to grab the materials I told him to grab in that gas station. Shit, I gotta go rescue our home. So you will eat. I don't personally eat. This character doesn't, but you can see on this
You like
screen
checking something out?
we use -5 daily. So every
You'll
real
find your
day,
way
it'll take away 5 food. And if you don't have food, then you can see the attack going.
That's not good.
Then
You know, people get sick and. Jeez. I'm here to save the day.
so how is the zombie infection in this? Is it just airborne? Does everybody have it like The Walking Dead, or are we talking you just actually have to be bitten?
You know, people get attacked and they don't necessarily get the plague, so it's actually even not as bad as that. But
That's why I was out.
I think you have to get sick, so it must be some kind of disease. The only way you can have one of your guys actually turn is if you get sick. If you have somebody die, they don't come back as a zombie. Tucker needs help. Okay, so that's the guy we sent to get. Now Runner's in trouble. That's great. So now I have to go babysit his ass. So the guy we sent to run out there is now broadcasting an alarm saying, "Hey, I'm surrounded by zombies. Come save my ass." Even though the reason we told him to go out there was so we didn't have to worry about it.
This seems like it would be one of the coolest cooperative games.
I know, and that, you know, that's a huge thing people were talking about when the game came out. They're like, "Oh my god, this game's great, but, you know, the multiplayer, we want the multiplayer." And yeah, it does seem incredible when you can, like, just go out together and, yeah, run the whole place, and just exploring a world, like, just with a, you know, like, how fun is Grand Theft Auto 5, just that open world, just kind of messing around, and think about doing that with zombies. Unfortunately,
We need to get out.
you know, they basically had to make a choice between kind of giving
Stay sharp.
post-game
This isn't over.
updates and content to this game or trying to do multiplayer. And they ultimately said, you know, instead of trying to do that, we're just going to work on doing DLC and keep, you know, improving this game, and then believe that there is a... I mean, I'm not going to say anything because I don't know, but we believe that they're going to be working on a multiplayer, basically, I guess, a sequel or kind of the next big iteration of this game.
Yeah. I mean,
because obviously, yeah, everybody friggin' wants to see that, and that would be really amazing.
Stroke of good fortune.
I think it's great to be able to do something like that. Oh my God, this is...
Look at how much
You
life
could be in
that took
trouble.
out, just that one little... Yeah. Having 2 people helps a ton. That's something they added with a patch, is you can actually, back at the base, you can have one of your guys just come with you and kind of back you up. Take some quick aspirin.
So how do you heal up? You just actually have to switch characters?
No, I just took some of that aspirin that I grabbed off that magazine rack. You can see I've got items I can switch to, just various consumables. There's grenades.
I'm so used to Left 4 Dead. It's just I always look at pills and aspirin.
Yep,
It's just a temporary
here.
health boost.
I'll check to see
Bill's here.
Exactly.
I'm loaded up.
Food.
See you back at base.
Roger that. We'll be
You
waiting.
can see how this glows. It means it's something I can search.
So how have you been liking this mode? Do you ever think that you'll go back and play through the actual story again, or do you think that this is really what you needed?
I think this is going to replace the story for me from now on, for sure. I recommend everybody play through the story. I think it's cool, and you really need to play through the story first, because it does a good job of, easing you into the game mechanics and everything, because this game is very, very intimidating if you don't know what you're doing. And there's a lot of stuff it doesn't quite, tell you up front. Like, you really have to kind of dig down. Ooh, there's a revolver. And a large backpack. Alright.
Alright.
Coming up Millhouse.
How many bullets does that revolver have?
Let's take that.
5?
Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Very limited. And actually, guns are a terrible idea if you don't have a silencer, because, in fact, notice how you see that blue aura around me in the mini-map? That's the noise I'm making right now.
Whoa!
So if there's any zombies...
That's the noise you're making right now?
Yeah, just like walking around and looting this place. So
what if you crouch? Like crouch and walk?
Ah, now you're catching on, sir.
Ah.
So any zombies in that area will come looking for you. They're like, hey, what's that noise? Now watch what happens if I shoot this gun.
Oh my God.
It's just like straight, here, I'll show you. I'm just going to shoot it in the air. And it's like just broadcasting. It's like, hey, zombies. There's somebody here. So I think that's a really cool mechanic, the whole noise thing. Yeah, it's a tip. Attach a suppressor to muffle your gunshots. You idiot. In fact, I'm pretty sure revolvers and shotguns can't be suppressed, so you pretty much only use those when things are well and truly fucked already. Look at this. Oh my God, I gotta go back and defend the homestead. They're not letting up.
They wouldn't be able to defend it themselves?
It's just one woman in her station wagon. They can, yeah, and they might be able to do it. Oh, you can see
now,
there's...
do you actually... Is it possible to meet bandits, actual other people who will raid you?
No, that would be a cool update too, I think. That'd be a great idea.
State of Decay too.
Get into, yeah, well, or just, I think you could add that in another DLC with this one. The idea of like hostile humans, they don't really explore that very much. They have, enclaves, other groups that you can interact with, but your interaction is mostly getting missions from them. You either help them defend an area, or you rescue one of their dudes or something. And then eventually the goal is they'll either be destroyed by the zombies, you'll just come check in on them and there'll be like dead bodies everywhere. Or they will say, you build up their trust meter, and they'll say, hey, we want to come join you, and then that's how you get kind of more people into your group. But no hostile people, it's only zombies. God, we just have no supplies. We can at least stash some of this stuff. We need to switch off her, actually, because we've been her for a while. Let's give back this, and that. Keep the aspirin. In fact, we're gonna be. Oh, he's on a mission. Crap. Oh, can I still?
Another time.
Yeah. So that means he's one of the guys that's out on a mission right now. Which one is he?
What did you actually send him on?
I didn't. They'll do things on their own.
Really? Okay, so
Yeah.
you're not even technically the leader of these
Their
people.
yeah, their AI will totally just do their stuff, save the poor survivors.
Oh my god, that's
I gotta.
horrific.
I can barely leave my home. Look at them. I'm just getting like bombarded. There must be an infestation somewhere, or they're just all coming out of that one. They're just all coming along the highway. Oh, jeez.
All right,
You
so
attacked
why don't you
again?
go over and can you take out the infestation?
Yeah, I can. I wonder if I should still be this girl. It's either that or the sick guy.
So eventually, you mean to tell me that this whole area you could cultivate the land and just build up fortifications, get a whole bunch of people, just amass a small army?
Yeah, there's no
a
limit on
formidable force.
population. You can't change. You know, it's not Minecraft. You're not really changing anything. You're just so this is just this area right here, obviously around the church. There's little slots. There are different homes. There's maybe 7 or 8 different home sites, and they all have different slots and outposts and whatnot. But you can make outposts, which kind of act give you this nice little ring, which other enclaves do this too, where zombies can't spawn in this area when you make an outpost. You can kind of surround yourself and create a nice little safe zone that way, and make an area to resupply. But hordes can still freaking come in and attack us. Alright, we'll go and stick with her. Where are these guys? Doing your part. I think they're all over here, aren't they?
Too many hordes.
Yeah, so we need to... Yeah, let's
You
go
have
take
not
out that...
enough minerals.
Let's go take out that infestation. Let's go all the way back to the gas station. Because I think that's the source of all our misery. We're going to load up on...
Yeah, I'd like to see you take one of these things out. Yeah, I have to say, I mean, I'm really impressed with the way that this game is looking. I've looked at State of Decay. A couple of friends of mine really like this too. I mean, obviously, you guys, a bunch of people on the site, they really like it too.
Yeah.
It's just something I've never gotten around to play. But you know what? It's the same thing that I say when you bring this up. Like I bring up Dark
Check this out,
Souls.
Max.
Like a lot of people have not played
Yeah.
that yet,
Like crazy.
and you should.
I'm on the move.
Yeah, that's kind of a good example. Like, everybody should try it and just see.
Home and get some rest.
Yeah, it's kind of... I guess it wasn't really a sleeper hit. It just seems like a lot of people have to kind of carry the torch for. But, oh shit, there's the infestation.
I
Well,
would still
hell.
classify this as more of a sleeper hit. I mean, sleepers
Yeah,
can be
they
successful.
said they sold 1 million copies, which is pretty good. But yeah, it just seems
Yeah.
like a lot of people need to be told
It's
about
like,
its awesomeness.
Like Sleeping Dogs, right? That was a pretty
There you go.
successful game for the most part, but still sort of a sleeper.
Jerk, that was my best neck.
Oh, yeah, that is...
So this is actually
Zombies.
infestation right here. Oh, jeez. Look at this. Okay, guys. Nothing to see. I love the glowing eye thing, too. That helps a lot at night. I'm trying to play till we get to nighttime, too, just so you can see. Okay, notice
Yeah,
there.
I think that would be terrifying.
Screamer's bad.
And that's the cool thing, too, about zombie games. It's funny because I think it's the only kind of game where you can actually exploit the AI and not feel bad about it.
Right.
Or not get angry about it, anyway.
You can see when I dodge, it does this little cool slow-mo effect, too. Okay, look at this. I've chopped his arms off, and he's still coming at me.
He's still coming
You see
at
that?
you,
Yeah.
dude. He wants you. Alright, so you leveled up to level 3 fighting. What does that mean?
So I can... Oh, crap. My weapon's going bad, too. That's what that yellow sword icon means. So... Unfortunately, it doesn't pause the game when you do this. So fighting, if you look in, it's another thing that this game doesn't really tell you about this. You just kind of have to explore this. So now I can actually do this. No, I don't think that was it.
Oh, man, okay.
You can do, counterattacks, and you can eventually specialize. Like D&D, you can have a weapon specialization. You can be a bladed person, or use like baseball bats
You could be
and shit.
a Kensai.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, there's still dudes in here too. So what? Let's see.
And this
We've
is
still got some
it's
stuff
it's
to take
funny
care of
because
out there. And time's not exactly on our
it's
side,
comically realistic, if that
Mhm.
makes sense. Like you just did like some kind of Gears of War execution on this
Yeah.
guy. Like that is not necessary at all, but you did it, and that's kind of awesome.
My
But you still
head
need to survive.
shears. We are really in trouble now. You do not want to be without a weapon.
You have a frying pan, don't you?
Oh no! No, I have a Molotov. That's pretty much all we have. Alright, well that killed that one. So I think we just have to kill this jerk. Super jump attack.
So how are they spawning out of? Oh, I mean, as far as video game design goes, sure, but does that just mean that there's a whole bunch of zombies in here, and will be until you just take care of them?
Yeah, it'll okay. Yeah, it'll say Zed's wiped from this location. I gain French, or gain morale, and I gain influence
My
for doing that.
God. Zed's wiped from location?
Zed's wiped.
Zeds? Do they call zombies Zeds?
They do. Hey, golf club. No.
That's pretty interesting. I just can't get over the fact that you just flying kneed that zombie.
Yeah, I love the attack animations are really fantastic, and they're really varied. There are 3 different weapon classes. You can do bladed weapons, blunt weapons, or heavy weapons, and they all have different moves you can specialize in. I haven't leveled up this chick enough, but eventually you can reach melee specialization, start getting specific abilities, and it gets pretty cool. And it also gets painful when that person dies, because then you lose all that level up work you did.
Yeah, that'd be horrible. That's why you probably should switch to somebody else. Oh, I mean, for the purposes of this, you may as well just stay with the character, but man, I saw you pick up a alarm clock. Can you actually use the alarm clock as bait?
So, yeah, you've seen how sound can affect the zombies. You can actually use that stuff to distract them. You can pull them away, and or group them up and stuff. Yeah, you can totally use those items. Like golf club.
Goodness.
We've got another. Okay, we got distracted from. Oh, geez, double hordes attacking the house. Well, you know what? Let's just see what happens if I don't go, and let's help our stranger in trouble and see who that is.
Right. I mean, we are approaching an hour
Oh, I
here.
can show you guys a nice little Easter egg as well. You remember the game
okay.
Plants vs. Zombies?
What?
You remember the game Plants vs. Zombies? Little
yeah,
yeah.
I loved the original Plants vs. Zombies 2. I've been messing with it on my phone, and I'm done with all the levels. I just don't really care for the model for it this time around.
Oh yeah.
I want that snow pea, dude, but I'm not paying $4 for it.
So you might recognize this kind of scene from Plants vs. Zombies. This is their Plants vs. Zombies house.
Oh,
You can see there's
God.
road cone zombie, there's the sunflowers, there's the lawnmowers.
Oh, I love it.
That's pretty hilarious. Yeah, they even went to the work of having, like, you know, there's the down sunflower, there's the lawnmower. It's pretty
Looks
cool.
like that was the last horde for now.
That is
Home defense.
that's pretty
Okay.
fantastic.
So yeah, they took them out on their own. That's good job, guys. Oh, look at all these.
That's
guys over
great. That is great.
there. Yeah, they definitely have a lot of tongue-in-cheek. A lot of the
Be there.
zombies will actually have Undead Labs T-shirts on, that kind of thing.
How
That's a funny
how is the
joke.
modding community for this game? Because I feel like, man, if you could get like some sort of cooperative survival thing going, which this game is just all about, I
Mhm.
feel like you could just tweak this to whatever. You could make this like, hordes of zombies just everywhere, and you could have
It's
people
yeah. It
could do
apparently
anything.
in the higher difficulties, they said they have basically gone to the max that they could, that the game could like handle in terms of like number of zombies. So I'm definitely excited to see that and what that's like. I'm here. I'm helping. Got a golf
Probably
club.
should have brought somebody more useful than me. Hey, so look, we're not doing that great here.
Okay, so this is an example of just a random event, and these two randomly generated people are like, hey, we'll join your group. And I'm like, sweet, so I just take you back to the base, and now I've got 2 new people that will have their own random set of skills and inventory and ability.
Man, but you don't know. Like you don't know. Those guys could be terrible. Like they
could, yeah. I think that's true. Yeah, it could be terrible. Right now,
well, but like you said, I think you already explained it. This game doesn't really go that deep as far as like that level's concerned, where people can betray you, right?
yeah, that would be a huge pain in the ass. The worst way they can betray you, there'll be moral issues. They'll fight with people, which the way to solve that is just to take that person and go zombie killing, which seems kind of funny. But that's their one way of solving like any kind of anger disputes or whatever they have.
That's pretty funny.
So they try to just touch on a little bit of that kind of base management thing, but they do it to where it's not like a pain in the ass. Like they keep the action definitely, you know, just killing zombies and surviving the world. Look at how oh nice, you got some cool weapons. You got like a fireplace poker and a crowbar.
Could you just kill them and take their stuff?
No, I think you have to get them killed, or if I'm friends with them, I could switch to them to where I am them, and then run into a horde of zombies and die that way.
Yeah.
Which is the easiest way to get rid of people.
I remember the days of Rainbow Six where a friend of mine would say, "All right, I gotta go." So the next match, instead of just leaving like a normal person should, he would just switch to the other team, and you just hear, "So and so has been booted from the server."
Nice. Blaze of glory.
I feel like friendly fire should be allowed in a game like this.
Right
Oh man, that'd be pretty. You know what? If you like run over somebody with a car, you can't. I don't think it'll count as an injury to them, but you'll lose trust with them. So if you're working on, that green bar that's making them your friend, which I think we might all be.
Right. Well, so it's almost there. I guess
it's almost
there.
To
that level.
Yeah.
State of Decay 2. And it's funny because as much as you just need to play this game to understand how the mechanics work, and I appreciate that, having referenced Dark Souls earlier, you play a game like Dark Souls and you just say, what the hell does that mean? Like you go up against a brick wall and it's like, oh, should I be here right now? And then some phantom just comes up and eviscerates you, and you just nod your head and go, nope.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of learning by doing and failing. So I'm looking at my new people we got. Sports trivia. So she'll have 5 stars in sports trivia, which is useless in the zombie apocalypse.
She's 5 stars in sports trivia.
She's an alcoholic, which is bad for wits, which is an actual stat. Butcher means she can cook, which is good, but coward means she's bad at fighting, so that's definitely not good. Fighting,
lush.
You can see I do a lot of fighting. Now this chick, however, is awesome. Improved cardio, because she is a cyclist and a natural athlete. She's a physical powerhouse, which actually, in fact, let's just switch to her. That is actually another skill, but it actually does have,
Things are starting to sound pretty urgent.
you can see a ton of actual game mechanics with it. She can carry more, she's better with big weapons, so some of them are actual skills that matter. But like the other one would have, 4 stars in sports trivia, and that shit doesn't matter. But I think it's a funny joke, and they did that intentionally. They wanted to carry it because they're like, well, not everyone's going to be, a soldier and a ninja and just this great apocalypse survivor.
Yeah.
Some people are just going to be like really shitty. Kind of gives me like a Suikoden vibe where you also can have people that are good at just staying at home. Like you might have somebody that's a good tools expert, and that opens up different things within your workshop. But you would never want to necessarily take them out on the field because they suck at fighting.
Well, what are you saying? Like some people in your party could actually be just good cooks or good at cleaning?
Yeah, you'll see. Okay, here's an example. We go to
like what if you
so like here it says to prepare a feast, which is just a buff. You get, plus max vitality and plus stamina for everyone. You have to have a kitchen and you have to specifically have a good cook for this one. Well, luckily our man Caleb Homer there, who's unfortunately still sick, still counts as a good cook, so you can actually get this buff, and that'll turn on. And
the stereotypes for this could be amazing.
It could,
like, especially if that was a woman.
Yeah,
it's just like, well,
it seems to be entirely randomized from what I've seen.
Yeah, that could get really funny.
Yeah. So what can you? It takes 9
Yeah,
minutes.
it's really funny. Firestorm brings up a good point. Do you really want that sick dude? Guys, I got some biscuits.
Uh,
Yeah.
no,
Great,
I guess
yeah,
not, but he's the
thanks.
best we have. We need to get that medical place set up. I need to get construction materials like crazy.
All right, okay, so it's nighttime now. So
Oh, yeah,
this is gonna be. I've been waiting for
that's
this.
true. So the cool thing is their eyes glow, which is a really cool effect.
I don't think that sounds cool at all. I think that sounds
It
horrifying.
could be terrifying, yeah. It's also really helpful from a game mechanic standpoint, because, as you can see, I cannot see much. I do have a flashlight I can turn. Ooh, we're gonna nuke this guy. If you sneak up behind people, you can actually do an instant stealth kill.
Yeah,
Which is pretty
you were
cool.
showing us
Yeah,
that.
right into the pavement. Zombies have very squishy heads in pretty much every zombie fiction.
Except for the Walking Dead TV show.
They seem to have pretty squishy heads in that one.
Well, they do, but sometimes they have to hit it like 18 times.
Yeah. It's like a
Suspension of
sponge.
disbelief, Eric.
That's right. I can believe the zombie apocalypse, but the squishy heads, come on. That's a screamer, so let's take
Can you
him out.
stealth up to the screamer?
I sure as hell try. Boom! Scream now, sir.
Oh shoot! You told him.
So after you actually find the RV, which I'm hoping it would give us. So it says
Looks like
build
the
up my
zombie pack.
community. I'm hoping it'll give us that mission just so we can see the RV at some point soon.
Yeah,
I guess that's just
let's,
random too.
Let's try and get to that.
Yeah,
And we can
but
try
once you
and wrap
do,
it
it
up
actually
here.
gives you a score screen at the end for like leaderboards and stuff, and it'll track. It'll say, okay, you had this many zombie kills, you killed this many special zombies, you built this many facilities. It kind of tracks everything up into a score, and then you'll have a multiplier depending on how far you got in the difficulty. So the idea is you can keep, it's a kind of a high score system, since you just want to keep going, as high as you want. So when you die, you can at least, there we go,
Fucking
this little
sweet.
pistol.
Sit tight.
When you die, you can
I'm
at least have a
bringing
nice
this
high
stuff
score
home.
to go with you.
We'll see you soon.
Hey, it looks like you're finding some pretty awesome stuff. You know what this actually reminds me of? I can't believe I didn't make this comparison before. Did you ever get a chance to play FTL?
Oh god, yes, FTL is amazing.
FTL is fantastic, and
Yep.
it just reminds me, it's a lot quicker than this game is, but you go on to different runs, and you can sort of tell exactly where you are. That game, though, maybe it sort of works like this mode for Breakdown. You want to try and spend as much time in a sector as possible. Maybe you want to play this mode like that, too?
Maybe, yeah. I haven't, I need to mess around with. Okay, you see those glowing eyes. I haven't messed around with Breakdown too much, but yeah, that seems to be the case. And I love the way FTL does the whole emergent things too, because it's just randomized and the replayability is through the roof. And I think that's, this game already had a lot of that because it had a lot of randomized events, but Breakdown even more so helps just kind of take away all the story stuff that you normally have to go through, especially the beginning where you have to go through the same kind of tutorial section, and just let you get right into the action.
Are zombies attracted to your light?
I don't. Oh dear, they're coming this way. I don't think so. I think it's sound based.
Right.
I don't think they do lights.
Okay, so... Alright, so what do we need to do to check out this RV?
Well, unfortunately, I think it's just a random thing.
Okay.
I mean, just if you keep doing missions, it'll eventually pop up. I forgot how long it took me. That's just 1 sec. How long it took me the first time for the RV to appear. Although that was on difficulty 1, so it might be that the higher difficulty you go, maybe the longer it takes to actually have the RV spawn on the map.
Yeah.
First it says, like, Lily will get on the radio and say, hey, I think it's about time we moved on, maybe, and
So damn
I think there's an RV over here. And then you go to the RV, and then you get the mission to say, okay, here's what you need to actually fix the RV. And in difficulty level 1, I had to have 25 fuel and 100 influence, which 25 fuel is not... I mean, that's a shit ton. Every rucksack you bring back of fuel is 5 units, and fuel is not nearly as common as food or medicine, so it was pretty tricky just on its own. I was just focusing on finding fuel to get that RV going, and the higher difficulty you go, the more shit you need to repair that RV. So it's not just a simple like, hey, I think we'll move on to the next difficulty now. You really have to go through a whole process.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's a pretty extensive problem. So if you keep playing this same character and never change, never rest, will you eventually have absolutely no stamina to do anything?
Pretty much, yeah. She'll just get super tired and really not be able to run at all and hardly be able to fight. So yeah, you'll just eventually be pretty screwed. But I mean, they give you a good amount of time. Like we've been playing, you know, for almost an hour now, and look at those glowing eyes.
Pretty great.
Yeah, you can see I've got the giant weapon now. Level 2 fighting. So since we changed characters, you know, now she's got to level up her stuff too.
Yeah. I feel like that would just be the over-the-top nature. It reminds me of Saints Row again. Like this is what I want, you know, from Saints Row 4 or the next Saints Row. Just something like that. Whenever you'd level up, just have some kind of unreal announcer just weapon fighting level up.
Yeah, yeah, I like
something
that.
Ridiculous.
It's a fun little touch.
You know what? Like why? Why is that there? Like, that's
Combo
ridiculous.
breaker.
Yeah, combo breaker, right?
All right, so we have any questions or anything I can try to answer from the limited amount of time I've been playing Breakdown, or anything you want to see me do
How's
in
it going
this?
back home?
Looks like we have an issue in
Need
the
all of
kitchen.
them.
I mean, I think we've really stretched the limit here as far as showcasing the title. Don't want to ruin everything. Yeah, we'll open it up though. If anybody has any question before we completely wrap it up right here, go ahead and let us know. Otherwise, I think that we've shown quite a bit today, Eric. This is pretty
Yeah.
awesome. The night is terrifying, as you so willingly were telling us.
Check out the blue aura when I'm driving too. I make some noise, and then when I'm honking the horn, use that to bring every zombie around you. All right, so how about we end this with a epic death? So I think that's the way everybody wants to see
let's
me go
do it.
out.
What do you think? What's the most epic way of dying in the
Probably
middle of
just
the
by
night?
by a horde of zombies, I think, is the way to go. Which it looks like we've got a horde right
Or just to
here.
get torn asunder?
Yeah.
Great.
Bruh.
Now,
I hit
what if-
one.
We were talking about just being over the top. What if when the zombies kill you, they're just
Look at this.
they rip you apart and they start like body slamming your pieces?
I will say the death, if you haven't seen the death animation, it's pretty gruesome. Look at how quick my health, look at that health. It's just like, yep.
Yikes.
So this gives you a chance. You can see my max health actually goes down, but it lets me get back up. But I'm not gonna, there we go, so watch this.
Well,
It's pretty
That's,
gruesome.
happy Thanksgiving.
There you go, zombies. Enjoy
Nice.
your feast.
Jennifer's memory will live on.
They tear you in
Jennifer
half.
is dead.
Yeah, like I needed that announcement.
All right. Well, I think that'll wrap everything up. What do you think, Eric?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I'm really enjoying this DLC. If you've played a lot of State of Decay, but want to see, want an excuse to jump in and more replayability and stuff, I think Breakdown offers that in a very just easy, simple way by giving you, a built-in New Game Plus mode and some harder difficulty. So it'll be interesting to see how high people can
I
get.
just got a call from a survivor. They really
So it comes
sound
out
like
on Friday. Do you know how much?
It is $6.99 and it comes out on PC and XBLA both on Friday.
All right, so $6.99. I don't know what that converts to in Microsoft Moon dollars.
Are they still using
But-
that? They went to money, haven't they?
They did on the Xbox One, but
Okay.
I don't think that it's not possible to switch everything over from the whatever it is that the translation is for the Microsoft points on the 360. I know it's something like 10 and 20. I don't think there's anything in between.
Okay.
Regardless, $6.99 is a pretty awesome price for a pretty cool mode. And right now, State of Decay is on sale. via
It
Steam.
is. Yeah, happy Steam Autumn Sale Day, Andrew. It's because we needed more Steam
Yeah.
sales. I think this is the
Yeah, look-
first time State of Decay has been on sale this year, and it is, what, 33% off?
I think so. Yeah,
Hell of a deal.
Oh,
Hell of a deal.
pretty good price, especially since it came out. What did it retailed at 60, didn't it, or was it a little bit less?
No, it was retailed at 20. It was definitely an XP, which, you know, that's crazy.
An
This is a
XBL, like,
$20
right,
game,
right.
guys. Like, that's
$20
insane.
game. Yeah, so right now it's $13.39.
Yeah.
Pretty cool price. All right, well, so we'll wrap it up for us here. Thank you so much, Eric, for showing us a breakdown, and thanks goes out to Undead Labs for providing this promotional code for us. And
Yes.
we're gonna have a review by our own Alex Shedlock here coming up. I'd say within a week or so. Not exactly sure when we're gonna get that up, but very soon. Looking forward to reading that, and you guys should too. Leviathyn.com. It's with a Y. Crazy, we know, but we're brand new to this new scene. Eric and I are streaming more and more here, trying to showcase new titles. So you're going to be seeing us a lot more during the weeks. We would appreciate a follow for sure. And Eric, where can they find you on Twitter anyway?
You can follow me at Rogue Watson.
Rogue Watson, not Rouge Watson.
Not Rouge. Please don't spell it Rouge. That's ROGUEWATSON.
And I'm available at Infested Andy. Yeah, so thank you so much. We really appreciate it, and you guys have been awesome today. All right, Eric, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys.